You guys that have been listening to the show for a long time know that I have a hard time with the damn rats eating up my vehicles, my Ford Broncos, my Chevy trucks, and my Polaris Rangers. And we got to pop the hoods up on everything so the rats don't feel like they're nesting in there and they eat all your wires. And then I had this invention I thought of that would be a great way to keep the rats out of my vehicles, because mothballs don't work. That scented stuff that they spray down, the peppermint don't work. Those little gimmick things you plug into an electric socket that make a high-pitched noise don't work. Nothing works in keeping these sorry-ass rats off your vehicles. And they just go in there and fuck everything up. So I told Teddy the other day, I called him up. I said, hey, man, dig this. What do you think about this idea? If you go inside my barn is rectangular shaped, and we park everything kind of along the walls and then the pickup trucks down the side, so we keep the middle part of the barn open to walk through. Okay, well, what if we parked everything closer together and we built a wire fence around all the vehicles with a just step over it and maybe make this thing about a foot tall? And then you hook on one of those electric fence gimmicks. You people that own farms and ranches know what I'm talking about. You use them for horses, pigs, cows, stuff like that. So basically, it's a 1-foot electric fence. You keep the fucking rats out of your vehicle. That way they can't tear your shit up. But you know, now I think about it, a foot ain't too high. I mean, it's pretty damn high for a rat. But what if out there at the Broken Skull Ranch, the toughest ranch in Texas, I probably got the most athletic rats in the world. What if I built this 1-foot electric fence and they can jump over it, and they can still get to my Broncos and my Chevy trucks and my Polaris Rangers and eat my wires up? That's going to make me madder than the motherfucker. So if you're going to do a job right, you got to do it right the first time. So what if I make that fence 2 feet tall? I don't think, and I'm just guessing off the top of my head, that there ain't a rat in the world that can jump over 2 feet in the air. But what if these rats were smart? I bet down at the Broken Skull Ranch, I got the smartest motherfucking rats in the world. What if these rats were smart enough to grab a stick, hold that stick in their hands, run towards that fence, and pole vault over the 2-foot electric fence, therefore enabling them to chew up and shit on and piss in my Ford Broncos, my Chevy trucks, and my Polaris Rangers? That would anger me. That would make me mad. That would mean that myself and Teddy Fowler had went through a lot of work to build a contraption that did not work. So I guess what I'm saying is we're going to have to build a 3-foot electric fence around my trucks and my Broncos and my Polaris Rangers. And if a rat gets over that motherfucker, then I think he deserves to chew on my vehicles. A 3-foot fence, electric fence, and a rat's able to get over that. You know, the only way a rat could get over a 3-foot electric fence is if that motherfucker's taking performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, that's right. And if these rats out there taking PEDs on my ranch, I'm going to have to drug test their ass. I'm probably going to have rats out there anywhere 25, 50, 75 pounds. You know they gas to the gills. So shit, I'm going to go out there try to grab a rat and force him into a drug test, and that motherfucker's going to start judo flipping me all over like a rag doll in my own barn. You know what? If I'm going to get flipped around by a bunch of damn rats, now I used to be a pro wrestler. Y'all know that. I'll get WWF to send me a damn ring down there and put in my barn. I might as well wrestle these motherfuckers and finish it in a squared circle, because that's a worthy opponent right there, the rat. They're the toughest son of bitches in the world, man. You can't hardly kill those motherfuckers. So I go out there and wrestle these damn rats if they can pass their performance-enhancing drug test. I'll tell you what, that's right. And that's already personal, because it's personal enough when you're chewing on my wires on my vehicles, but when you're shitting on them and pissing them, that's really personal. Yeah, and so while I'm there, we'll put in some bleacher seats, Teddy. Shit, we'll charge. People all over the world. Y'all remember that movie, Field of Dreams, that Kevin Costner was in? The tagline of that movie was, if you build it, they will come. People all over the world. It'd be just like WrestleMania 30 each and every single week, as Steve Austin from the Broken Skull Ranch takes on all these rats to keep tearing the shit out of his vehicles. I smell money, people. I smell a goddamn reality television show. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to film me a pilot while I'm down there at the Broken Skull Ranch here in a couple of weeks, while I'm out there picking up my sheds, doing some work, taking stock of everything. If I find some big-ass rats, I might have to film that fucking fight and turn this into a reality television show, because there ain't nobody. If there's one thing I can't stand is when a gassed-up rat comes out to my ranch, sees fit to chew up all my spark plug wires and all my damn wires to my lights, and then take a shit and a piss on my floor mat on my truck. That's when you done cross the line, mister, because there ain't no way I will sit there and let you continue to get away with what you're doing. You're causing great personal harm and expense out of my back pocket. When you start taking a man's money away, it starts rubbing him in the wrong direction. I do not like to be rubbed in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, enough about that bullshit.